Hey everyone. Firstly, I'd just like to say I've no fucking idea what makes this sound different. Yeah, I don't. Like, I watched yesterday's videos this morning when I was like half asleep, eating like instant mix pancakes, trying to. It's been a day. It's been an interesting day, yeah, and it's one of those days, yeah, where I've also been telling the story in my head since I got home. And I got home at around 5:15, can you believe it? So after I wrote the post that I did about being in my car outside the doctor's office, which I should probably sum up for those of you who don't follow my website and really should be doing so, because these videos are a snippet of my life. If you're interested in coming along with me while I muddle through my life, I've decided I like that. Come and follow me. I'm muddling through my life and sharing it with all of you. You know, if it helps you, that's fantastic. And if it doesn't, I don't know, it helps me. It's entertaining sometimes, holds me accountable, lots of different reasons. But anyway, well, the number one reason I think is I'm stoned. I'm going to say that, yeah? So I can already tell this is going to be a story that's going to start in multiple places and then all come to an end, a point at an end. But I promise there is one. I really wish I knew how I had to sit to make the fucking sound be okay, because holy fucking moly, does it bug me when it's not. And yesterday's part 2 was not very good, I didn't think. Part 3 seemed fine, but I don't know, no idea. Alright. So yeah, I started watching Inside Man last night on Instagram, yeah? Oh my god, how many times am I going to say the wrong thing to the wrong thing? I don't even have Instagram. Right, Netflix. So, what is today? Right. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of January, 2023, and it's 7:25 in the evening, right? And so Monday, let's do a recap. Monday, I went to this new physio place, yes? Tuesday, yesterday, I needed to go to Chemist Warehouse, get the magnesium cream. Ended up having a really interesting day in the sense of the videos I made and all the things I ended up talking about. Like, sometimes I do know that I'm going to sit down and just tell you about my day and just talk about my day as in like I'm writing in a diary, you know. Other days, like yesterday, are days where I sit down and I just start talking, and then what it comes out, and yeah, those are my favorite days. And yesterday I had one of them, and if you watch yesterday's videos, all 3 parts, and again, it's like the first 6 minutes of part 2, I actually put my headphones on so I could turn the sound up. I was like, fuck, somebody's yelling. My neighbours have gone, but there's somebody yelling. There's always somebody yelling on the street. Right. But yeah, yesterday I got that. I went to pick up my groceries. That's right. So I picked up my groceries, right? And as I said, I had to go in to get the shower curtain, which I only took off my kitchen table once I got home today. And still didn't get the brush for the dishes, so they were still all there when I got home. So again, today, let's clarify. But I did have one of those days yesterday that, yeah, insightful things are coming up. As I've been saying for some time, I am manifesting extremely well. right? I literally clear things when I accidentally think or say something, and I'm like, holy fuck, I don't really want that to happen, yeah? Because, yeah, as I've been saying, there is magic in this world, alright? There is so many things at play that you cannot see, right? And even that doesn't sound right anymore because some of us can see it. That's the thing. Some of us can see it. And it's playing out in front of me in my life, like left, right, and center. And today proved that once again. Yeah? And again, not trying to actually prove anything to anyone. It's just like you've never got anything to lose if you can change anything in your life that's going to make your life better and cost you literally nothing. I mean, you've got to at least try, would be my question. And even then, that still comes out wrong because it's like, I remember back on the ice days and I couldn't leave my fucking couch, man. So, again, still going to clarify. We're all doing the best we can. And even, yeah, I believe we are. It's like I've had quite a bit of weed right now and not quite enough at the same time. So it's like, also, here's something. Here's a massive fucking big point I hadn't realised at all. Can't believe I didn't think of it. Blah. Did not at all, not even for a split second, cross my mind that doing hydrotherapy could potentially add more pain. I started with the walking. Yep, cool. Did that a few times. Did the side step a couple times. Yep, thought I was doing it really well. The guy gave me some more exercises with the board thing. And the next thing I know, I'm like, holy fuck balls, like, what is happening? Like, my entire back just went, and I'm like, yeah, it's not fun. And I had to go speak to him, and I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? Like, yes, full disclosure, as always, because it's me, I definitely did not spend my first session doing even halfway right what I was probably meant to, because I talk to people, and I did my exercise as well. I was talking to people, but I definitely put the talking above the exercising to begin with until the pain kicked in, and I was like, holy moly, motherfucker, I guess I should be paying more actual attention. But yes. So, there's so many different levels even just to the story for today. Like, there's just no way I can explain it all. And these are the stories I need to write. And like, I can feel it just like wanting to come through me. I want to write, but my hands are fucked, yeah? And every time I lie in bed, I go to sleep and I think of all the stories I need to tell that I cannot make sense enough to tell them to you all like this, because there's definitely one thing I don't want to do, or I want to try to make sure don't think about the things I don't want, or think about the things I do want. I do want to be a good storyteller. I want to be able to tell things correctly. I don't want to put people off because I tell a story incorrectly, which I think there's a good chance I may have done before, because I get a lot of things wrong, yeah? But today, I'm just going to say, because I really don't know where the fuck I'm at, and let me think. The end of that part of that story was open a Word document, turn on the voice dictator, which I've practiced with a bit. It's really weird to use because you literally have to say like full stop, space, and then it writes it, and then it realizes, and it like changes in front of you. And actually, just remembering that, it makes me laugh because I really am very easily entertained. But yeah, I need to be telling my stories to my computer while my computer's writing it down and then saving it so that Grammarly can help me make it make more sense. See, that's a plan. Yes, I am in so much pain. Way fucking more pain than I've been in all fucking week. And if you've been watching along with me, I've been in fucking pain for a week. So happy I made the appointment for my doctor. So happy. Because, yes, absolutely. I only took the 20 Tarjan. I did take it with 2 Ritalin at 1 as I was running out the fucking door. 1 p.m. people. I was sitting in my car writing blogs at like 11:40, just piss farting around, and I still was late leaving. Like, seriously. And then I like overthought it the whole way there because, you know, of course you do. And totally spaced on the fact that I was just going to an actual swimming pool, like a just normal swimming pool with loud screaming fucking children, like the games, like the one with the chip for the kids. Oh man, I don't have enough thought power for what I'm trying to say. I went to a pool. It was easy. You literally flash this thing and say, tell me where the physio pool is, and they just take you to it. Awesome. And it was nice. Multiple things I already did that was so dumb. Didn't actually see where the steps were, where the fucking things were. I was like, okay, there's the handles. Honestly, I don't know where my brain is. I honestly think it just falls out a lot of the time when the pain kicks in, yeah? Flip. And I'm like, I don't see the fucking stairs. So I just sort of lowered myself in. I went far too far into the deep end. So I was told to walk. And then walk back, and then walk, and then walk back. Why am I all the way on my tippy toes fucking floating, and my whole back and legs and everything is arched, and I'm just like, I am literally doing now, even more so now that I'm thinking about it and telling all of you, doing absolutely every single thing wrong. Everything that I could do to make everything I feel way worse. So it's no fucking wonder I didn't last more than 10 minutes or so into it before I was like, holy fuck, what have I done? I did wear my glasses though, because this is one of the things of going to the pools here is if they provide you with the free lockers like this one does, awesome. It's just like a barcode thing on a tag, yeah. And but my eyes are fucking with me, yeah. I'm at this point where it's like, honestly, with my laptop, I reckon an inch the wrong way, I either wear glasses or don't wear glasses, and if it's there's a part where it just hurts if it's wrong, yeah. And the problem is, it doesn't take much, and it's becoming more sensitive. Everything in me, in my 3D fucking self, is becoming more and more sensitive every day. My hearing, my sight, my smell. Oh my god, like, I'm actually that person. If someone walks past me and I'm like, they smell good, I say it out loud to nobody but me. But in reality, like if I'm at the supermarket or I'm in a shopping centre and someone walks past, I'll be like, wow, somebody smells good. People always look at me and I'm like, oh, no, just this the truth, you know? Yeah, I've definitely not done a single, like I've said, guys, don't even remotely know why I thought that I wouldn't be telling people about my stuff. But back to today, all these things happening. So I really did want to try and cancel my doctor. This is how my day started. I was just, let's rewind. I made nachos last night, yeah? So I was doing my shopping online. As you may know, don't really like shopping in general, really don't like supermarkets, and I prefer to do online shopping, and I just pick it up. I do get swayed by things for sure, but it's all good. Anyway, while I was doing that, I must have seen an ad for nachos, because then the next thing I was like, nachos. And then this is how the thought pattern went after that, yeah? I want nachos. Awesome. I either do beans or I do vegan mince. That's a no-brainer. But then I was like, nachos requires cheese, melted, and sour cream for it to be really good, and salsa. Salsa's fine anyway. And I haven't bought cheese or sour cream personally. I'm not saying I haven't had cheese if it's like I bought, like, ordered pizza. Um, because I've tried all the vegan cheeses except for the like sliced thing in the supermarket, which is nice in burgers and sandwiches. Otherwise, that and I'm going to clarify, a particular vegan feta cheese that's up near my sister, which is amazing. But yeah, no, vegan cheese doesn't do any of the same thing normal cheeses do. And like, so many things happening in my life all at once, yeah? Ideally, my higher self would be pure vegan. Down here in 3D, doing the best I fucking can is what I keep reminding myself, yeah? And then I have this internal debate of, am I going to buy cheese? Am I going to buy cheese? That went for some time, I'll be quite honest. But again, I've been talking for 16 minutes and 9 seconds, and I'm like, don't think I've finished a point yet. At least don't make me laugh if nothing else. So I ended up making nachos. And the outcome of that story is, yes, if you saw my post, I bought cheese and I bought sour cream. Which, again, side note, yeah, after having sour cream and cheese and then having vegan drumsticks, like ice, like cream sort of thing, there was such a difference. Like, I've not been eating cheese or dairy or anything except for a piece of chocolate here or there for a while, couple of years while, off and on, yeah, mostly, yeah. I mean, I stay on point, woman. I want to get in bed. Right, what am I trying to say? I finally did it. Totally forgot, in the absence of having made it for so long, that I always put way too much cheese, and I think yesterday my ego did what it does, and it was like, oh my god, we haven't had this for so long, let's overcompensate. It always fuck shit up, yeah? So I put too much cheese, and then I put the too many fucking corn chips, and again, I like the original ones, but I've also used to like the cheesy ones, and I'm like, okay, I'm buying cheese and sour cream, let's fuck it all off, which is weird because I think I bought like 5 boxes of fucking plant ice creams, which I will take a photo for and put it on this post. But I always, and I've been doing this for like ever, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, I've always put too many chips because they always go soggy because I don't have a grill, or if I do, I don't obviously know how to use it or have ever used it before because no. So I always just put it in the microwave, and then the chips go more soggy and everything goes cold before I finish it, and then the cheese goes hard, and then it just becomes this mess, and then it's like, oh, right. That did happen too, by the way, which I took pictures of as it was happening. Gotta be honest, I do think it's funny that I'm just like, may as well talk to all of you. Definitely an awesome therapy technique for myself, that's for sure. So, yeah, what am I trying to say? I made my nachos. I wanted something to watch. This thing comes up on Netflix and it's Inside Man, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I've seen that. And I'm thinking of something old, and then I pause it and it says like 2022, and I'm like, nope, definitely haven't seen it. Get sucked the fuck in, yeah? Like it was one of those, oh my god, I've started watching it. I'm fucking glad it's only got 4 episodes because I'm not going to be able to shut my eyes until I've finished it. I'm not totally sure if I knew that from then or from once I got into it, but it was great. There was just one character thing. I don't know if it was just I didn't like the person's acting or if it was just the way the character was portrayed, but either way. Besides that, it was fantastic. The point being, I have no idea what time I fell asleep last night, but it was fucking late. So that's right, my alarm clock said something like 7 hours something, and I was like, fuck, under 8 hours, fuck. So I woke up and I was like, dead to the fucking, like, trying to make pancakes, and it's like coming out in the pan in like these powdery fucking clumps, and I'm trying to use like a fork to like mush this not mixed pancake mix correctly in the fucking pan. And I'm like going, you have to start hydro today. And I'm like, and I'm going, you know what will happen if you don't go? And I'm just going, I can't function. I'm not. So I'm like, started watching my videos yesterday, yeah, from yesterday, right? And I'm struggling, yeah. I'm struggling so much. I'm lying on the bed on the couch next to Boss, and I've got my phone on my stand, and I'm watching the video, and I'm just like, and I think it got like my appointment was at 10:40, yeah. And this is for the one down the street, like 6 minutes away. And at 10:20, I was still lying on my couch in my fucking t-shirt and brunch coat, dressing gown, yeah? And I rung the doctors, and I was like, can I reschedule? I was like, I'm not going out. I'll go to Hydro on Friday. I got time. I should really focus on uni, knowing perfectly well I was just going to go straight back to sleep. So I called them and I was like, can I please reschedule? And they're like, well, actually, it's a little too close to cancellation. Like, we need at least 2 hours. Like, you will be charged. And I was like, right, well, okay, I'll be there then. And I got there with a minute to spare. And then by this point, I'm like, fuck, wrote my blog, went to Shell. Shell does not sell fucking dishwashing brush things. Came home, showered. Now, had not put the shower curtain back on, so I had like one of the most awkward sort of brush my teeth, wash my face in the bathroom sink. Then, like, literally, I took the shower thing off because there's no shower curtain at the moment. So I could like shave and clean and wash and do everything in the bathtub. Yeah, like fucking water everywhere. And by the time I'd done like all of that, I was running fucking late. And still hadn't been able to even do the damn dishes because I didn't have anything to wash them with. And I'm just going, fuck. And like I'd rung the physio place on the phone while driving back from the doctor's, and I was like, hey, do I need to come in? Can I pay off the phone? Like, what is the deal with this thing, yeah? And she's like, oh, you've got the card? And I'm like, yes. And she was like, oh, just tell them you're with us and don't worry about it. We'll deal with it when we see you next. I'm like, yep, cool. So, it's interesting because the two things are simultaneously happening right now. In my mind, in my soul, in my, oh my God, I'm so excited, I'm a big giant child self is going, I have so much of a story to tell. And then my human self is going, round it up, Liv, round it up. I'm wrecked. You gotta go lie down. All right? So I think I might tell the actual story of class tomorrow. But I'm just going to say, all of you that's been watching with me for some time now will be aware there's been multiple things I've been talking to the universe, talking to all of you, talking to myself about that I genuinely have thought, if I had, these in my life, these things, this person, this whoever, whatever, would just make it that extra bit, And what I mean by that is something as simple as a really decent friend. Yeah, like a good friend, but one who understands me. Yeah, who speaks my language. All right, I'm always talking about the fact that there will be people, some of you out there who will listen to me and fully resignate and be like, yeah, we know exactly what she's on about, even if she sounds confused to herself half the time. And if you're not one of them, then that's okay. You are wherever you are in your journey as a soul, and that's exactly where you are meant to be, I promise, yeah? Even when it's all dark and gloomy, we can find the light, I promise you. It's what I look at when I remember I'm talking to all of you and I actually focus on my audience, because there's the little light in the camera on my laptop. And when I actually remember to do this, it makes my life way easier trying to get a thumbnail picture for my website version of this. But yeah, so I've been saying for some time now, I need help. I genuinely need help. I need someone. I like someone who can just come and sit with me, even just so I can do my schoolwork. I sat at my fucking desk for like, I honestly think, for at least 6 hours, based on the time I made the fucking video and what time I got home and did everything. Like, short bits in between out, but let's say 5 overall. Do you know how much I took in? The tiny little bit that I shared then, that I, like, yeah, I'm taking it in, don't get me wrong, but like, even today, right up until the end, I was like, I'm going to go and do study. And then as soon as I got in my car, I felt every single fucking bump. And by the time I pulled into my driveway, I was like, I'm not doing, Like, I couldn't even get out of the car fucking for like a good 5 or 6 or so minutes. Couldn't move. Pain out my fucking, yeah. But a friend, a person who understands my language, someone I can talk to and tell stories to, who understands what I'm talking about, like, and someone who just wants to just hang out, someone who might be like bored, on disability, someone like me, someone who's just, the point of this being, I met that person today. I met him. Hello, I know you were watching. I'd be lying, everyone, if I said that I didn't notice all the people looking at my tattoo today, yeah? My 3D human self, my 3D human self, as we're all aware, is an attention seeker, loves the limelight. There's no denying it. There's a reason I'm in front of the camera, yeah? And I was thinking about this today before I even left the fucking place for the pool. Oh my god, it's like bing, 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 lights going off. I truly 100,000% believe I'm here on my last lifetime. Multiple lifetimes. Hundreds of lifetimes, yeah? This is my last one. That I know. And I'm just following every day as they come, yeah? But I gotta admit, I still think my tattoo looks 1,000 times better in the photos, and I don't know, it's my fucking line. I'm aware. It's on the list of things to be like, yeah. But I mean, in all saying, I do like my tattoo. I'm just hungry is what I am. I'm hungry. But yeah, so I was running late. As soon as I walked in the fucking building, I was like, don't know what the hell I was so fucking worried about. It was weird. I didn't even know where I was going. Then I had the whole thing with the glasses, not glasses, because, you know, it's always been that dilemma when you go swimming. I can't always see properly. But I did the first lap without them and went, nope, fuck it. No. Just absolutely had to put them on. It was too painful. And then I started talking to one person, and I talked to him for quite a bit, and did what I do, which is ask all the same questions I ask anyone, which is apparently way more than we're apparently supposed to. But he was cool. And then I spoke to this beautiful old lady who reminded me there are those things if you're really worried about collapsing and not being able to like contact someone. with the little panic button things. But I had noticed this man when I walked in, right? One, because he's tall, and two, because he has these absolutely beautiful tattoos down his arm. But not only does he have these tattoos, he has these shades of green that are just so fucking beautiful. I had noticed it when I walked in. I noticed it when I got into the pool, obviously, but so there was the normal pool area, and then there was like this one heated pool that was, from what I'm remembering, divided into three. So we had our physio place up on the one side. It appeared there must have been another centre on the other end, because there was like workers in that there with people in wheelchairs. And I think the middle one was just for like the general public, yeah? And now I was in the group one, and this gentleman was in the general public one. It obviously doesn't faze me, and I noticed the tat, and it was a given that I was going to speak to this man at some point. And I went up to him, and it looked like he saw me, and then he got confused, and I was like, no, I'm coming to you. Fuck, my lips are dry, like they're so fucking like sore, people, because, you know, why wouldn't it be, of course. I really got to remember to say, I am healed. I am pure. Oh my god, everything is healed. Anyways, where am I at? I wanted to ask about the green, right? Because it was the beautiful green that my tattoo was at the start. Doesn't fucking look like that anymore. And he's talking away, and he's like 20 years, and I'm like, no fucking way. And within minutes, he and I are talking about things, and we're just like, okay, this is fucking, yeah. And then in that moment, it was like, that's why I couldn't cancel the doctor. That's why all of these things happen in a row, because I was meant to meet this person. And the class goes from 1:15 till 2:15. I checked in with the person that was showing me around, like to where to go and whatnot in the lockers. I was like, I just want to double check this. I'm like, fairly sure I know the answer. I was like, but, you know, I was like, now I'm with these guys. I was like, and they take care of the payment. She's like, yeah, that's true. And I'm like, the class ends in an hour. I was like, but I'm free to use the rest of this, you know, facilities afterwards. She's like, yeah, you can stay until we close if you want. And I'm like, sweet. So there was the spa and the sauna, and like, oh, I love spas, you know, it's like a big giant bath. But better. And yeah, so me and this guy start talking, and instantly, like I said, we're talking the very same language. Trippy fucking, like, wow, okay, yep, these are all the reasons I was meant to come. That's, like I said, the penny dropped in that moment. And I was like, and we very quickly discovered, because it turned out he actually was in my physio group too, ironically, not in the general public. He was like, it's just more free in that aisle. And I was like, okay. I was like, do you have anywhere you have to be after this, or do you want to like keep talking and sit in the spa? And so we went to the spa when the class ended. And we talked for so fucking long. It was over an hour, I reckon, before we even looked at the clock. And we're like, oh, fuck, yeah. And it was trippy. It was like, I was actually, the thought went through my head. It was like meeting Mr. X again. Like, I've explained how that went with the trippiness, yeah? With the similarity. So me and this guy today, we discovered I knew this was going to happen. I've had this like I was sitting, I have told this story in my head actually numerous times this evening before I turn my camera on, and keep talking. So multiple things that happened. Like I said, can't go and like I literally just said this is like meeting Mr. X. True, but again, like, not in a romantic way. Like I literally was talking to before. Like I didn't get home until just after 5 p.m. Right? Let's just bring that round, because meeting this man, it was like both on disability, both prescribed weed, both actually diagnosed with similar things, both got fucking insane stories. Yeah, both have lived through lives. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, I will explain what I'm having an epiphany about to a document. Too much for now, yeah? But he said something today, this man, yes, that validated everything I've fucking been through so far. Because he said something that I've been waiting to hear from someone else say without me saying anything. He said something that I know I've said to people and they've just tuned out. And he said the energies and the frequencies and the vibrations were so high, and he's talking about a particular event. He's like, the lights were turning off and on, and everything was flickering, and there was like, it was energy moving through the room, and I almost started crying in the fucking spa, because I was like, oh my god, thank you, thank you. This is what I fucking lived through. Mr. X would deny this, I have a feeling, because, you know, he's a proper man with a wife and kids, and I don't want to talk about Mr. X. I'm fairly certain he would just put me in the delusional basket right now, because it's the easiest way for him to deal with me, is to not deal with me. Yeah? Every time I say I'm thinking way too much now, because I'm like, okay, I need to explain this, I need to explain this, I need to explain this. I really hope hardly any of you watch this far down this video. Because it's like I've woken up and I'm like feeling all these things at once, because I had this whole conversation with myself, right? Because it did remind me of meeting Mr. X. And I had this realization when I got home, and I wrote it down in the kitchen, and it went something along the lines of, it's just hitting me truly now, because I can never figure out why I've slept with the amount of men I actually have, right? And it's a lot. And I realized through, again, writing a blog, getting here, because I was like, I've gone through many, many things since meeting Mr. X, yeah? And I say yes, he would probably say I was just delusional and crazy, but he used to say that to my face, and I'm still saying this 7 years later. So, you know, I'm actually okay with that, funnily enough. And make of that what you will, because I know what's real, and it's not always what's coming out of someone's mouth. Yes? And again, I don't owe anyone anything. I just owe myself to not keep fucking fuddling up myself, right? Is what I need to do. I met this person, and he's chosen the name Wallace because he's Scottish, yes? And we just talked and talked and talked to the point where he was going to get a lift, like a cab home, and I was like, you live around the corner from me, I will take you. And then he was like, actually, I pulled up to the house, and I was like, you're a hugger, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, awesome. I jumped out of the car, and he's like, do you want to come in and meet the dog? And I was like, yes, I do. And we just kept talking. And I didn't actually leave his until right before 5 p.m. And it's now fucking just 8 o'clock and I'm starving, and that's why I've realized. But I went through this whole thing. I was like, oh my god, like every time I've met a man, right, who's anything like similar to me, my ego does this thing. Oh my god, you are so wrong. Mr. X is not the love of your life. You are crazy. You are delusional. You are literally batshit mad. Yep, this is the little conversation she has with me every time I meet someone. A male dude, yeah? And I'm like, yep, cool, okay. And it's like it hit me today that I'm mentally preparing myself to have sex. And it's only hit me literally today, since getting home, that I obviously have truly, deep-seatedly believed that I actually do owe something of myself to be here, which is really, really sad when you think about it, right? So there's a lot that I'm learning that will eventually become ways to help other people, okay? Because today I did something that I think I said was one of the first things I've done in a long time, and that was I set boundaries immediately, because after going through the, once again, very run through fucking conversation with my ego, I was like, we're not going to have this conversation every time I meet someone, yeah? Like, if I meet someone, I know how I feel, I'm comfortable, I do what I do, yeah? But I have now seen today, right, that like, it's fucked up, right? But I just think I've had way too much sex with men that I don't want to. Let's face it, a lot of them I don't remember. A lot of them I was really drunk. And I don't even say hi because, yeah, there were times through that, but it was, yeah. Too many stories, well, but shut up. All right, what am I trying to say? I met someone who is absolutely, I can already just feel 100%, like, just, I need a friend, is the point that's taken 41 minutes and 30 seconds to say. I have needed a fucking friend, but I've more than anything needed someone that can help me and sit with me, someone who actually is bored out of their brain and needs something to do, because I know what it feels like to be so fucking bored out of your brain that you'd happily come and sit in someone's house, even though you know that she actually needs to focus, and just be cool about it, because that's going to make my life 1,000 times easier. He's like, I'm so bored. We're talking, this is back at the pool. I told you the story right at the beginning, be all over the place, but come to an end, which I think I'm doing. And we talked about, I was like, do you have Netflix? And he's like, because we both have, we smoke the weed, yeah? And he's like, nah, I just watch lots and lots of YouTube. And I was like, wow, funny that. This is my channel, right? And I was saying to him, I was like, it's interesting because this is like a real first for me when I've met someone who I obviously 100, like I said to him, tell me what you want me to call you now, because it's inevitable. I'll go home and make a story, like a video, and you'll be in it. This is not how I thought that would go. But it's interesting when you're in this situation with like that I do making these, because there's so many different perspectives even I'm feeling and hearing, and yet only one way to speak to you. So there's a lot to my very complex mind. But more than anything, little old Liv has needed a friend. Someone who's bored, someone that's happy to chill, someone that's just, and I met a friend today. And like I said, on disability, absolutely bored. He says he walks the dog and he watches YouTube. I was like, do you want to come sit in my house and do it so I can study? And I was like, if you really want to help me and you don't care, I was like, you can help me fill my weed capsules, because like my hands hurt like fuck. And then I was like, if you still want to help me and you're still bored and you're still here, I was like, you trim whatever weed's hanging in my fucking cupboard. And I said, you can take whatever you want as payment. Like, and he's like, yeah, cool, when do you want me to come? And I was like, he's like, whenever. And I was like, okay, I don't know which one of us said it first, but yeah, like he's coming tomorrow, and I come so fucking bloody happy. Like it's this, oh my god, thank you. I think I said that to him. I was like, dude, I need help. I was like, if you're deadly serious, I was like, I'm actually that person that's not just saying I'm gonna take you up on it, I'm taking you up on it. But I think by the fact that we met at like before 2 p.m. and I didn't leave or get home until after 5 says a lot of it. But again, yeah, I definitely had a conversation with myself and oh my God, he's the one, you were wrong, you were crazy. And it's just like, oh my God, I cannot keep having these same fucking conversations with myself because it's not right. As I've said, even the universe has made it 100% clear. I can't even get on dating sites. I'm banned on Tinder, and I've told the story multiple times about how fucked the other ones are with me, and it's because I need to learn how to set boundaries. I'm not even at a place where I can cuddle someone watching a movie. The only TV in my house is in my room, so it's fine. I don't care if you're lying on my bed with me. But I'm not even at a state of cuddling. We all know it took over a year being Graham's friend, yeah? So, like, it's fucking weird being me, but I guess I get weird. See, my ego gets real defensive, and it's not to anyone else, it's to me when I talk about Mr. X and it comes out all wrong. Because when I talk about it, when it comes out all wrong, it does make me look crazy. And I promise you all, I'm definitely not. Yeah, I'm not. All right. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Absolutely everything we went through had to happen. I'm fucking happy that he did what he did because I'm here on the 18th of fucking January 2023, like nearly 7 years off ice and almost finished a double fucking degree in psychology and philosophy. I'm the happiest I've ever fucking been in my whole life. So, yeah, pretty good with where we're at in that sense, yeah? Like, yeah. But videos like today will really highlight why I don't fucking like talking about it when I'm like fucking fucked up with pain because I just do it all wrong. Anyway, I made a friend. I made a really fucking good friend, I can tell, and he's coming in the morning, and I am so happy. And even better yet, people, he gave me the fucking dishes thing, and I washed the dishes, and the dishes are done. So all I gotta do is heat up my vegan mince. I'm gonna put the corn chips on top with the salsa and the sour cream. I'm gonna go to fucking bed. And since I don't even know what I'm gonna watch, I might just watch Friends and sleep because I'm in pain, but I got lots to do. So tomorrow, long video. If you made it all the way through to the end, well fucking done. You're amazing. If you're not subscribed, please do. Yeah, this will be very interesting to watch back. Talk to you all tomorrow. Good night.